Hello there friends, CSGO Live here. In today's episode, S1MPLE apologizes to Chinese fans, the second day of the major, and plenty of other exciting updates from the world of CS2. So without further ado, let's get straight to it. And I think we shall kick off today's episode with some peculiar stuff from Valve's rankings. So in their latest updates, the women's Imperial roster is ranked higher than their main team. Imperial female is 36th, while the main roster is 38th. What's even funnier is that this isn't the first time something like this happened. 9Pandas female also was ranked above their main roster. And another standout were Mongolz, when their academy roster was surpassing the main lineup, but it was a long time ago. Interestingly, many players from that academy roster now play in Mongolz's main team and other orgs like BIG. Now guys, let's have a little fun with S1MPLE. Remember in our previous video we talked about S1MPLE's return to toxic behavior? Like he was doing some edgy comments directed at Chinese pro players. So well, the other day during a duel with Child King, after securing the win, S1MPLE flipped the camera off and said, "Junhao, shut up and get on your knees." Which is not even edgy, to be honest, it's straight rude. Anyways, this sparked immediate backlash. Shortly after, S1MPLE apologized during a stream and later recorded a separate video where he said that he regrets that he did it. He said that the statement wasn't meant to offend Child King or anyone else, but just was made in the heat of competitive rivalry to make the game more engaging. He said that there are no bad feelings about any Chinese players and no hate at all, and he admitted that the comment was thoughtless. Guys, what do you think? Should we believe S1MPLE's apology, or is the old toxic S1MPLE back, really back? Share your thoughts in the comments below, or join us on Twitter where we discuss a variety of topics and always post the breaking news. And speaking of S1MPLE, while the CS community was glued to Major, S1MPLE surprised everyone by stepping away to play in a show match before the finals of a Valorant tournament. Some fans jokingly called it betrayal of CS, but S1MPLE didn't seem to mind. He performed quite well during the match, showing that his talent isn't limited to just Counter-Strike. It's worth noting that this wasn't S1MPLE's first time playing Valorant. He had previously dabbled in the game during the time in NaVi and on his streams as well. As for the show match itself, Alexander and his team obviously came out victorious. As we reflect on S1MPLE's career with NaVi, it's impossible not to mention his thoughts about the legendary roster of 2021. S1MPLE said that it was the best period of his career, a time when NaVi built an era of dominance, dethroning Astralis and solidifying their place in Counter-Strike history, basically naming that roster the best he ever played with. However, S1MPLE shared that this golden era, his teammates and the team itself were tragically shattered by the devastating events of the war. I mean guys, that NaVi team, they were one of the best, I mean in overall history, but unfortunately it didn't last long. For many fans, this roster remains one of the most iconic in Counter-Strike history, a legacy that sadly can never be recreated. Now my friends, let's move away from the sad news and talk about something exciting. You see, according to HLTV, Valve is planning to replace the player stickers for those who were initially registered for the major but didn't end up attending. Instead, they will add the stickers of players who are actively participating in the tournament. Players such as Kauzi, Perfecto, Afro and Undo are expected to have their autographs replaced. It's still unclear what will happen to the stickers of these players that have already been distributed. If Valve decides to not to remove them or replace them, their prices could skyrocket. But honestly, in my opinion, I think they will just change the visual and the sticker itself. Like they did with the skins from one of the previous cases, when they had the DMCA strike and they just replaced it, and that's all. I think the same will be done here. And now my friends, finally let's move to the matches of day 2 of Shanghai Major. Passion UA faced MIBR, 1-1 matchups, best of ones and Mirage. So the pistol round started poorly for Passion UA as a missed window smoke forced them into a tough situation against two CT defenders. Save capitalized on this, securing a double kill. MIBR followed up with a force buy, but once Passion UA stabilized their economy, they managed to string together 3 consecutive rounds. Although MIBR responded with their own 3. Then the momentum swung back to Passion UA, who began to rack up rounds. They nearly lost on Eco, but Jackasmo clutched in a 1v2. And then it was followed by Fear, who delivered a brilliant 1v3 clutch. So the first half ended 7-5 in favor of Passion UA. The second pistol round saw Jackasmo shine with a quadro kill, leaving MIBR seemingly broken. The Brazilian team struggled to find any success in the T side, while Passion UA continued their domination, winning rounds regardless of being in advantageous or disadvantaged positions. In the second half, Passion UA didn't drop a single round, securing a flawless performance to close the map, so they advanced to 2-1. MIBR are on the brink of elimination. Meanwhile, Virtus.pro faced off against BIG. After some deliberation, the teams decided to surprise everyone by selecting Vertigo, and the match began poorly for BIG. Although they won the pistol round, they immediately lost the force buy thanks to James, who clutched in a 1v2. This set the stage for VP to secure a streak of 5. Things didn't seem so bright for the German squad, and their first multi-round streak came at 7-2. And in the final round of the first half, Electronic pulled off a solo play, extending VP's lead. So the half ended with VP holding a significant advantage. Switching sides, Norbert kicked things off for VP with a quadro kill, leading to another streak of 3. So it was 11-4. However, once BIG's economy stabilized, the tide turned dramatically. The German team went on an incredible run, winning 9 consecutive rounds, overcoming the deficit and closing out the map in their favor, so great job. With this comeback, BIG moved to 2-1, while VP dropped to 1-2. The next match was Pain against Cloud9 on Anubis. The game began with a spectacular pistol play from Kawes, who landed 4 stunning headshots. Following this, Cloud9 lost their force buy, but Icy, their sniper, stepped up and clutched a critical 1v2. However, at 3-4, a mistake by Icy cost Cloud9 another round, allowing Pain to capitalize. Pain won the first half 7-5, but with Cloud9 switching to the attacking side, a comeback seemed possible. Cloud9 started the second half strong, winning 4 rounds in a row to take the lead. But at 8-9, a misstep on their B side left Boomich humiliated, getting knifed. Poor guy. And later at 10-10, another oversight led them to losing to Lox, who punished them with a crucial triple kill. In the end, Pain just sealed the map and moved to 2-1, while Cloud9 are on the brink of elimination with 1-2. The final best of 1 was Furia against Wildcard on Vertigo. The game began as a close contest, with Wildcard holding a slight advantage. However, at 5-3, a mistake by Fizzy in a clutch situation handed an easy kill to Skulls, causing Wildcard to struggle with their economy. Yet, in the very next round, K-Serrato made a critical error of his own. He failed to backstab Fizzy, giving Wildcard a chance to bounce back. The half ended in a tie. The second half was marked by Wildcard's dominance. They won the pistol round and the follow-up force buy. On the ramp, JBA delivered a stellar performance, denying any chance for the Brazilians to secure the round. All of this was followed by a stunning 2v5, which allowed Wildcard to surge ahead to map point. However, guys, Furia regrouped and mounted an incredible comeback, winning 5 rounds in a row and pushed the game into overtimes. There, Furia demonstrated resilience and narrowly clawed their way to victory. They will now play for a spot at the Major tomorrow, marking the end of best of 1 phase. The first best of 3 match for a spot in the elimination stage of the Major featured a showdown between Liquid and FlyQuest. Map 1 was Inferno, Liquid's pick, and it started pretty poorly for Liquid. They dropped the first 3 rounds. Then they managed to secure 1, but then gave away 6 consecutive rounds, often in frustrating fashion. At for 1, for example, they executed their side push too late and failed to clear absent side, where FlyQuest defenders perfectly held their ground. Even rounds that looked winnable slipped away. For instance, Lias delivered a spectacular triple kill to completely shut down Liquid's A attempt. In the final round of the half, Twists almost clutched a 1v3, but once again it was Lias to stop him. So it was 10-2 in FlyQuest's favor on Liquid's map. Switching sides, Twists redeemed himself by clutching a 1v2. Liquid managed to secure 3 more rounds and narrowed the gap to 5-10. But FlyQuest quickly regained control with a swift pistol rush on A, sealing the round and eventually the map. Wow. Next was Anubis, FlyQuest's pick. And here Liquid started slightly better. They took the first 3 rounds, but then Vexite stepped up, single-handedly cracking open the B side, leading to 5 consecutive rounds for FlyQuest. Though Liquid fought back and leveled the score to 5-5. Next was a chaotic round when Lias managed to do an incredible kill mid-jump and JKS was killed through smokes. So here's when people started asking questions about FlyQuest. But thankfully for Liquid, they clinched the final round and equalized the half. Switching to the T side, Liquid just dominated. They secured 6 straight rounds and reached the map point. It wasn't a big deal and they just closed the map in their favor. It was a tie, 1-1. And the decider turned out to be a walk in the park for Liquid. They simply crushed FlyQuest in the first half, winning 11-1, and then sealed the deal in the second half by quickly taking the remaining 2 rounds. Although FlyQuest made a desperate attempt to mount a comeback, highlighted by Alistair's near 1v4 clutch, but it wasn't enough. So Liquid proceed to the elimination stage. Meanwhile, we had Rare Atom versus Fnatic. Both teams were fighting to stay alive at the major. And oh my god, guys. Well, Ancient, the first map, was Fnatic's pick. And it started off disastrously for Fnatic as Rare Atom took 7 rounds in a row. Fnatic tried to recover but only managed to secure 3 at the end of the half to avoid a total collapse. After switching sides, Fnatic began to mount a comeback, winning the first 3 rounds. Body even indulged in some trash talk during the process. However, Rare Atom wasn't ready to give up as Li Hang clutched a 1v2. Nevertheless, Fnatic regrouped and delivered a streak of 5 and took the map. The second map was Inferno, Rare Atom's pick, and here it was a complete reversal of Ancient. Fnatic started strong with a clean pistol round, highlighted by a quadro kill from Mattis, and they went to 6-0. But Rare Atom didn't stay down for long. The Chinese team rallied with a streak of 6, tying the score at the half. After switching sides, Fnatic regained the lead by winning 4 consecutive rounds, and it was 10-6. But boosted by the support from their own crowd, Rare Atom found their footing again and won 7 straight rounds, forcing the match into the decider. And it was Vertigo, and here Rare Atom completely dismantled Fnatic. They left no room for a contest. They secured the first half 8-4 on the CT side, which is the weaker one, and then just finished the match decisively in the second half. Fnatic couldn't recover, making Rare Atom the victors. With this win, Rare Atom eliminated Fnatic, making the latter the first team to exit the major. How are your pick'ems again, guys? Rare Atom not 0-3. We are officially cooked. In another elimination match, Complexity faced Imperial, with both teams fighting to stay in the major. Inferno was Imperial's pick, and the map began strongly for Complexity as Holzerk clutched a 1v2 in the pistol round. Complexity followed up with 3 more, building early momentum. Imperial managed to secure their first round shortly after, but the Brazilian squad struggled to gain traction. Throughout the first half, Imperial failed to string together rounds, resulting in a 9-3 lead for Complexity at halftime. The second half started better for Imperial as they secured the pistol round. However, Complexity quickly regained control. The 1v3 clutch by Floppy sealed the deal. No hopes for Imperial's comeback. Second map Ancient was Complexity's pick, and here they just maintained dominance from the start. Imperial attempted to fight back, managing a 2-round streak in the first half, but they couldn't stop Complexity's pressure. First half 8-4 for the American team. In the second half, Imperial secured the pistol round, but faltered soon after, losing 5 consecutive rounds. So Imperial became the second team to drop from the major with 0-3, while Complexity is still hoping to get to the elimination stage. The final match of the second day was the clash between Gamer Legion and the Mongolz. The teams were competing for a spot in the elimination stage with a 3-0 record. The match began on Mirage, Mongolz's pick, and they immediately showed what they were capable of. After losing the pistol round, they responded by winning the force buy and the first rifle round. This was followed by 4 consecutive wins. Mongolz were so dominant on the T side that Gamer Legion couldn't even string together a streak of rounds. Luckily for them, in the final round of the first half, Slant managed to win a 1v2, keeping a glimmer of hope for a comeback alive. However, Techno4K quickly crushed those hopes in the second half pistol round as he stopped a B-side push with dual Berettas. The Mongolz secured 3 more rounds, reaching the map point and then comfortably closing the map with 13-5. The second map, Anubis, was even more one-sided. Mongolz dominated from the start, taking 10 rounds in the first half and leaving Gamer Legion with no breathing room. And in the second half, the Mongolz didn't let their opponents win a single round and finished the map with a crushing 13-2 victory. With this confident performance throughout the whole stage, Mongolz advanced to the Legends stage with a perfect 3-0. I mean, they are certainly the strongest team in Asia. And my guys, I think honestly one of the strongest in the world. Interestingly, 4 out of 5 Mongolz players are in the top 10 rankings for this stage of the tournament. Over the 3 matches played, Mongolz lost only 15 rounds in total. This is what I call a truly dominating display. And that's all for today, my friends. Thank you for watching. Guys, what do you think about this format when we post videos daily throughout the major? Let us know please in the comments below. Should we continue with this or should we do something else like the previous times? I really believe that you can watch the videos every day. Again, just let us know please in the comments below. And yeah guys, as always, hit the like button, follow the channel, don't forget to leave a comment if you like, and I'm not saying goodbye for a long time. See you soon.